Hi. Today, today I'm going to make a little video. It's really a video response to Matt at FloridaBoy Survival. If you don't watch his page, or if you haven't been to it, you really ought to give it a try and check it out. Especially if you like Alice gear stuff. He's got a lot of good stuff out there. But I think he's on to a pretty good thing. He's doing a Canteen Cup Tuesday. And in his Spam and Macaroni and Cheese in a Canteen Cup episode, he challenged his viewers to see what they can do in a Canteen Cup. So today, that's what this video is. It's a video response to his challenge is probably a bad word, but his suggestion or request. So what I'm going to do, I've got my little stove, my little stick stove, a firebox stove, and I'm going to do it was meant to be beef and barley, but when I pulled the meat out, I grabbed the first one out of the out of my container, and what I've got is some ground bison. So really the same thing, but it just didn't mean for it to sound as exotic. So we're going to do ground bison and barley today. And here's my ingredients I've got left over from another project, from dehydrating stuff. I've got some peas, some carrots, onions, and I think that's really about it. Peppers. I couldn't tell you how much. I just grabbed little pinches out of the containers that they were in. And I've got half a cup of barley. And also in Matt's, the way Matt's been doing his things, he's got the little rule for himself is everything has to fit inside and I believe it was like the little plastic first aid kit that also went on the Alice gear on the hip pouch or something. Anyhow, it was probably a small little container, and that was one of his rules, is that the entire meal has to fit inside that. I don't have one of them plastic pouches, so I don't know really the dimensions of it, but I know I've got this pretty well condensed in size, so I think that would probably fit his ruling. So give me a couple minutes here to get my stove assembled and get a little fire started, and apologize for any of the rain, for any of the noise. It's starting to rain a little bit today, so once I get myself set up, we'll get started. First of all, what I'm going to do is just going to soak these for a few minutes in some water. That was my peas, carrots, peppers, onions. Water. And I'm just going to do that for just a few minutes. So so that'll rehydrate a little bit. Trying out a new camera, also, little 8-man camera. Had it working a few minutes ago, and then it just seemed to stop. So I got caught up in trying to figure out what was going on with that. Not a lot. Just enough to get it started on rehydrating. I really like this little firebox stove. Oops. This came in pretty handy. There's that little 8-man camera. It's pretty much just like a GoPro. Comparatively, it compares to a GoPro 3. I can't get it to. Yeah, maybe I filled up the memory card on it too. I don't know. Anyhow, we'll figure that out later. It's almost always something with me. Yeah, it's starting to take in some of the water. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and add about a cup and a quarter. It was a 2-to-1 on the barley, and there was a quick barley too. I should have mentioned that. So there we go, and just let that start cooking. I'm just going to let that heat up a few minutes on its own before I add the barley or anything to it. Tough little filler. Right through the knot. This little saw isn't the best of them either. Just happened to be the one I grabbed when I left the house. Yeah, the veggies are starting to hydrate pretty good. So, yeah, won't cut wood, but it cuts through fingers pretty good. Go ahead and add my barley to it. And this is, what was this? It was half a cup of barley. And the meat was it's pre-cooked. What you do is you take you some ground meat. I used like I said earlier, ground bison. And you can use ground beef. That's mix it pretty well with some breadcrumbs. Then you fry it up. Drain off as much of the fat as you can, and then once it's all cooked, dehydrate it back down. So it'll give you the breadcrumbs, when they take on water when you're rehydrating it, will help the ground meat fluff back up. So we'll add some more little sticks to that, and get this little guy going. I haven't had a chance to make too many videos since the fall of last year. I haven't had a chance to make any at all. I had to work a lot. It's about all through hunting season, from middle October till just right before Christmas. We were working close to 80-hour week, so it pretty much lost most of hunting season. And then after the holidays and stuff, we're just doing some little family things. So this is my first chance to get back out and do some really good outdoorsy stuff on my own. But spring's coming, and I've got a lot of things planned, so hopefully they pan out. Make some more videos, share some of my experiences with you. Let's see, how are we doing here? And you know, the one thing that I was going to put in here and I completely forgot all about doing, which was going to give it the beef and barley flavor, was a beef bouillon cube. And I did not bring one. Oh well, we're just going to have beef barley, and it's starting to look pretty good. It just won't be as beefy. I think I got... I got some chicken bouillon cubes. Let's just throw one of them. Throw one of them in there just for flavor, but yeah, that was my entire intention, was to put a beef bouillon cube in there. Alrighty. Oh, we'll put a chicken one in there just for this. Here comes the rain again. Yeah. starting to, the meat's, let me try this here. The meat's starting to plump up really good. Some of the dehydrated peas, they're pumping up. And the barley's getting there. So, we're almost at a meal. The thing on my property, there is almost nothing for level ground. So everything I'm doing is always on some kind of a hill. I think I hear boiling taking place in there. Oh yeah, it is boiling. It's boiling really nicely. Woohoo! All right. I'm gonna take my little GoPro for a second and just see. It's doing really well. I'll be eating pretty soon. Of course, my handle's right in the fire. Here we go. Yep. I'm gonna almost call that just about done. Let a little bit of the liquid cook off. Let it sit for a second. And enjoy my lunch. Little had this little guy a couple of years now. Little I think this one is it's either the dry fly or the pro fly. Anyhow, fly, and I've liked it quite a bit. Got my wife one for the holidays this year, and then got her own hammock now too. So I'm gonna try to get a video instructional of how easy it is for it to be set up, and see if I can't talk her into doing all the setting up. So, we'll see. A little excited about doing some together camping, hammocking and such. Hopefully we'll get some of that in there this year. Okay, there's that. I'll put that right there. Transfer that to that. And let's see here. See if we can't do this again one more time here. So there's there we go. And let's see. I know it's going to be hot, but see how it came out. really good. My dehydrated pea, excuse me, my dehydrated peas could have used a little more rehydration time, but otherwise, meat's good. Barley's tender. You can a little chicken cube helped with a little bit of the salty flavor, and onions and peppers and stuff. They added to it pretty good. So, all in all, I think that's a good success. It's going to fill me up. And so there you go, Matt. Video response to your Canteen Cup Tuesday. And I want to thank you all for watching. And we'll see you in the woods.